me. My name is Tessa, and to my surprise and everybody else's, I did it. So first I'm going to start talking about who is my mentor. So my mentor was who is here today. She's a certified interpreter. She's a freelance community interpreter and has 25 plus years of experience. So the importance of support. Without my mentor, my internship would not have been what it was. And not only having my contacts with her, but the contacts that she linked me with in the community totally made my internship. Like I said, having the right kind of support can make it or break it. Being able to have all the contact information for other interpreters in the area, that really gave me access to so many more different situations and gave me a lot of experience. So super grateful for that. It wouldn't have been possible without her. So my internship, I decided to do mine in Syracuse. Most people go to Rochester, but I wanted to move closer to home, which was Albany for me. And I knew there was a big deaf community in Syracuse as well, and I had heard that there was a big interpreting need. So I went to Syracuse. But I did have a few assignments other places. I did a workshop in Rochester, and there were a few other jobs that we commute to. We had a couple in Auburn. I observed court in Watertown, and then there were a few assignments in the Utica area as well. So, the beginning of my internship, I was really, really nervous about hours. I didn't think there's no way I could possibly do it. But as of today, when I'm finally stopping counting, I had a grand total of 421 hours out of the necessary 336. So for the 80 hours, 84 are required, and I was able to gain 131. My 80 hours consisted of medical appointments, educational settings. I was able to interpret in a middle school and high school. I did a lot of performance events as well. I did a drag show, which was hilarious, and it proved to me that you never know what's going to happen. Be ready for that, because it turned into a fun night. I've done some graduation ceremonies at Lemoyne and SU. I've also done a lot of award ceremonies through SU as well. And I also have done a couple of children's plays. And another thing I did too was children's story time at the local library where I live. I just contacted the library staff there, and they allowed me to come in every week and do story time, which is fun. So for C hours, I again did anything and everything I could. I did a lot of observations in medical settings, religious settings, different churches. I also was able to observe family court, which was fascinating, but also really reminded me that legal is very sticky. You need to be careful. So it was a good experience. For E hours, like Tony mentioned before, it's literally anything and everything you can do. I even had a massage. That was an hour, and I got to count that. But no, there's a lot of other things that go to support your interpreting work. I did a lot of videos, both ASL into English and English into ASL. I also attended something called the Bob School, which is set up in Syracuse. It's a refugee assistance program, and we have a large deaf Nepali refugee population. So I was able to go there and help teach them not only our American cultural values, but also help introduce them to ASL and help them transition to America. Class meetings and chatting with classmates also counts for E hours. Lots of meetings with my mentor. As far as reaching out and connecting to the deaf community, every week I would attend Panera chats. It was a different Panera every Friday, and a lot of local members of the deaf community would come and hang out. So that was a nice way to get to know everybody and then catch up with them every week, which was nice. Emailing and scheduling also took a lot of time, so it's important that you count that for E hours as well. So my internship was amazing because I got to do anything and everything. You name something, I was able to do it. I feel so fortunate and so lucky that I was able to go into so many situations. I worked with several agencies, Aurora, Interpretech, and Holme. I was able to observe interpreters. I was also able to take turns going hands up, which was great. I just listed some of the places that I was able to go into, different churches, hospitals, Syracuse University, Syracuse Stage, different churches, but I really was very fortunate in the sense that I got got to go anywhere and everywhere, which was really humbling. You know, you get to go into anybody's life, which was really interesting. All right, so now, what is my plan from here? I have been hired as a freelance interpreter through Homey, and I am currently finishing the screening process at another agency, Aurora, Central New York. I also recently accepted a summer position at Homey, working, it's a summer program working with a deaf-blind individual. So that's only 6 weeks through the summer, but I'm really excited and I'm really looking forward to that. So something I wanted to talk about to the rising seniors, the reality of intern life, because it's going to be tough, but that doesn't mean that you can't do it. So my first thing is, it's going to be more expensive than you think it will be. If it doesn't matter if you decide to stay on campus and commute, or if you decide to move like I did, there are so many expenses that you don't even think of that pop up. Like having to pay for your own drug test to even observe at an interpreting agency, or parking. I've spent $40 in the past week at parking at a hospital. So it really adds up quickly. So it will be more expensive than you think it will be, so just keep that in mind. You will be so exhausted. For example, 2 days ago, I figured that I was awake for like 19 hours and I was working for 16 of those hours or something ridiculous. You will be so tired, but it's so rewarding that it's worth it. You will have great days and horrible days. There will be days you walk out of an assignment feeling like, oh my God, I can do this, I'm an actual interpreter. And then there's other days where you don't even make it out of the building before you start crying, thinking, oh my God, can I even do this? So it's just important to really push through and know that the next day will be better and you will get through it. It's just you need to have the confidence in yourself to get through the bad days. And lastly, you really will learn a lot about yourself, both as a student and as a person. You get to learn your limits, you get to learn about yourself, what you're capable of, and you find yourself realizing, okay, this is a job I love and something that I want to do. So more advice, take care of yourself. Like I said, you're going to be exhausted. So it's important, sleep when you can, self-care. I know people think, oh, it's stupid, not a big deal. No, take care of yourself. It's important. Next, don't start your internship with second-degree burns. Within the first week of my internship, I had a really horrible, stupid accident, and I had second-degree burns all over my hand, and I was wrapped up in gauze for the first month of my internship. So my advice, Pop-Tarts are more dangerous than you think. Be careful. And stay humble. Your job is amazing. You get to go in and out of people's lives, and you need to be humble. It's really important. You are in a position of power, and that can be easily abused, and you need to be careful. You need to really stay humble about how important this job is. And I know everybody's presentation will probably end with this, but you are in charge of you. That saying means so much more than you think it will, and it can be applied to any and every situation, and it has really helped me so many times in this internship.